Okay, so this is a new chapter. That is Animal Kingdom. It is a very easy chapter, but just you need to memorize some stuff and some what to say. Some terms are there which are a little bit uh, difficult.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Okay, so the Animal Kingdom, all of you know animals, all of you know. So animals, they are multicellular. Multicellular, means they are not single celled and they can be seen like you can see them without the help of any microscope and stuff like that. Okay, so they are multicellular organisms and there are different phylums of animals. Different phylums are there. There are like those. There are different groups. Okay, many animals are there. There are different groups. So that we have to study all those phylums, and before that we have to study the level of classification. So what is the level? What is means? What does level of classification means? So level of classification, it actually means that like in spite of all the differences in structure and form of like different animals, so there are some things there. It is like common, right? So there are some things it is common in all animals. There are some things there are common, and those animals are grouped into a particular group. Okay, like uh, many individuals, they are grouped into a particular phylum. For example, like uh, there are phylums known as let's say there is a phylum known as Porifera. Okay, there is a phylum known as Porifera. So in that phylum Porifera, there will be animals, or there will be like organisms belonging to a certain. They show certain characters. For example, you will get to know in the coming slides that some organisms, they are marine. Marine means they live in the sea, right? They are marine and they are like their body is symmetrical, or something like that, or like they have a long body, or it may be like what to say, um, they have tentacles maybe in their body. So all those qualities maybe for some animals those qualities are there, and for some animals that may be different. Like some animals may be symmetrical, some may be asymmetrical. What is symmetrical and asymmetrical? You know what is symmetrical and asymmetrical? So
Yes,
symmetrical,
ma'am.
yes, symmetrical means which can be divided into two means separate halves, equal halves. Okay, asymmetrical means it cannot be divided into equal half, right? Equal means exactly same half. So if it can be divided into exactly same half, then it is symmetrical, and if it cannot be, then it is asymmetrical. So some animals they are symmetrical, some they are asymmetrical. So based on all those also, there are groups. There are different groups of animals. Okay, some like for example, um, chordates are there. Those have a backbone. Okay, so chordates are there. Non-chordates and chordates, all those are there. Then all those, what to say, earthworms. Earthworms, all of you know. So earthworms, those are also of a different phylum. Then some like snails. Snails are there. Then starfish, all those are grouped in different phylum. So like that, many groups are made. Okay, since even though the animals are multicellular, even though they exhibit some same characters, but they exhibit different characters also. And based on that, they are classified into different groups. Okay. But before going into phylum and before going into classification of animal kingdom, we will have to know what are the level of organization. What is level of organization? This one I hope I have once mentioned in one class that every individual, may it be human beings, may it be any other living organism, or like it may be a dog or cat, or it may be a starfish, maybe a pila, or pila means it is a snail. Okay, Pila globusa. So pila, snail. The scientific term of snail is Pila globusa. I hope you have in botany. Did you get binomial nomenclature? Did you study binomial nomenclature in botany? Did you study that?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, in that you will get the scientific names, right? The genus and species name. Like for human beings, it is Homo sapiens, right? Nowadays it is known as Homo sapiens sapien. But earlier it was Homo sapiens. So genus and species. Sapiens is the species name, genus is the Homo. Homo is the genus. So like that, same thing. So for phyla also, for like snail also, snail. All of you know snail. Some for some group of people they used to eat snail, right? So that snail, uh, the scientific name of the snail is Phyla globusa. Phyla means the species name, a genus name, and globusa is the species name. Okay, so so like that means what to say. All these animals are grouped into different uh, groups. So in level of organization, whether it may be the phyla, whether it may be human beings, in all of the animal kingdom that I'm talking of. Okay, so in all of the animal kingdom, the basis or the like starting of life, it begins from cell, right? So when it is asked to define cell, it is defined, cell is defined as the uh, basic structural and functional unit of life, which means every organism, every living organism in the animal kingdom, it is made up of cell, right? Cell, first of all, like in the embryonic stage means when it is not born yet, right? So when it is first formed, the ovum and the sperm, right? The ovum and the sperm, they meet and they form a zygote, that is known as a zygote. Okay, later on it is known as embryo. So that zygote, where it is formed from, it is formed from the cell, right? Sperm is also a cell. The egg is also a cell. So the like smallest level of organization, it is the cellular level. Okay, there are 5 levels of organization. The smallest level of organization is the cellular level. Cellular level means the cells. Okay, for this chapter you just need to understand, and for the phylum stuff you need to memorize. So this part, please pay attention, and I will give the notes, so don't worry. So all living things, they are made up of cells. Okay, and this is what like distinguishes living things from other objects, right? Because other objects, they are not made up of any cells. Right? Non-living things, they are not made up of any cells. So the distinguishing character between the living things and non-living things is cells. Right? In living things, there will be cells, live cells, not dead cells, live cells. So, and as I have told, the cells are the basic building blocks of all living organisms. Or cells are the basic structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Means every living organism, like for example, your body, your blood, your skin, your flesh, your nails, hair, every single thing, your eye, every single thing in your body is made up of cells. So without the cell, there will be no like individuals, there will be no organisms. Okay, so the basic and smallest unit of life is cell, and the smallest level of organization is also cell, because this is the starting level, right? For example, while like studying, we start from nursery, right? Nursery KG 1 2 3 4, like that. So just imagine this is the nursery level, okay, like the pre-primary level. So this is the cellular level, that is cells. And but the thing is that living, even though these cells are living, they cannot like what to say, they cannot survive on their own. Okay, they only one cell, they will not survive. Like they will become a unicellular organism or something like that. So one cell, they cannot alone survive. So what happens? A group, they form a group. Okay, the cells, they form a group. So when the cells, they form a group, and those particular group, they will form different groups, right? A group of cell will form in a group, many cells will together form a group, and there will be many groups. So each group will do different works. Okay, and like there is a group, like there is a group A. Okay, group A is there. There are, like, you imagine there are like 1,000 cells in group A. So each of those 1,000 cells will do the same work. Okay, and then when the like group of cells, they will do the same work, and like they will cooperate with each other, then that group of cells is known as tissue. Am I making sense? When like a group of cells is there and they do a specific function, then those group of cells, they cooperate with each other, and they accomplish like a common goal, like they accomplish a certain purpose or a single purpose or a single thing. Then like that group of cells is known as a tissue. And there are many groups of cells, and there are like, and uh, hence there are like many tissues. Okay, so what is a tissue? If it is asked, we have to write tissue is nothing but a group of cells, and which does a specific function, a particular function. Or you can write who it is, tissue is a group of cells which are like specialized to cooperate with each other and to accomplish a single goal or single purpose. Okay, so that is a tissue. So tissue is the simplest level of organization, or the smallest level of organization is cellular level. Then comes the tissue level. Okay, there are all total 5 level of organization. So after tissue level, what happens? When now these tissues will form layers. Okay, many tissues will again form layers, and when the tissues will form layers and they will start working together. Okay, it is the same thing. Like, for example, you went to school alone. Okay, you went to school alone, and then you formed friends. You formed friends. You were a group of friends. Then it might be sometime like those you individual groups may come together, may join together, right? So same way, some tissues, they will come together, and they will they will make layers. Okay, they will make layers, and they will like form a specific function, and then those tissues, they will form an organ. Okay, so tell all of you know that tissue example is, you can take epithelial tissue or muscular tissue. Okay, see, if tissues example is, you will have an different chapter on tissues also, but I'll just give an example. Okay, cells they will together form tissues, right? So when some cells will together form epithelial tissue, and some cell will again together form nervous tissue, some will form muscular tissue. Epithelial tissue are the linings, okay, the skins and linings of your mouth or your trachea, or like your pipes, wood pipes, and everything. So all those linings are made of epithelial tissues. Okay, so some cells, they will go and form epithelial tissue, and some cells, they will go and form the muscles in your body. Those are known as muscular tissue, and some cells, they will go and form neurons, nerve cells. Those are known as nervous tissues. Okay, then some cells will go and form blood, bones, all those. Those are known as connective tissues. Okay, so there are different, what to say, tissues. Not many tissues, like 4 types of tissues are there: epithelial, muscular, nervous, and connective. So these 4 groups of cells, they will go and form these tissues. Okay, and next is that the tissues, they will also form layers, and tissues will again form layers, many layers, and then they will form an organ. You can take the example of an organ like liver is an organ. Okay, many tissues, liver is also made up of cells, right? But many cells, they will form tissues, and those tissues will again line up, and then they will form an organ. Okay, and like in animals, or you can say in mammals, there are 5 vital organs. Okay, vital means most important organs. Like means without those organs, you cannot live without those organs. Okay, so those are known as vital organs. There are in mammals, in like human beings, or in any other mammals, like whales are also mammals. So in mammals, there are 5 vital organs. What are those? Those are, first one is liver, that I have told, liver, right? Liver. Then there is Kidneys. Two kidneys are there, used for urination, excretion, all those purpose, right? And second, then there is lungs. Lungs we have already discussed during breathing mechanisms, right? Lungs are essential for breathing, respiration. So lung is there. Then there is heart for circulation. That is also discussed. Heart for circulation. And then there is brain. Okay, these are the five vital organs in mammals. That is kidneys, lungs, liver, heart, and brain. Without the brain, you will not survive. You will become mad and you will not survive. Okay. Then without the kidneys, you will not survive because your excretory system it will not work. Without the lungs also you will not survive because your respiratory system, your breathing and everything controlling that will not work. Without the liver it will not work because nothing will be getting digested. Nothing will what to say your digestion will not be good and means you will not have a like healthy digestive system without the liver. Okay, then without a heart you will not pump blood. Heart is essential for circulation, for pumping blood. Without blood how will you survive, right? So all those are the five vital organs. Okay, so those organs are formed by tissues, layers and layers of tissues. Okay, so the first level is cellular level, then there is tissue level, then there is organ level. Next, after organ level is the organ system level. Okay, now what is the organ system level? Hmm, that is very easy. So organ system level is many organs will together work together. Okay, many organs will come together and they will work together. So that is known as organ system level. Okay, many organs. Let me give you an example of organ system level that we are talking of earlier. Endocrine system, then respiratory system, right? Then muscular system, skeletal system, and nervous system, digestive system, reproductive system. All those are then urinary system, that is excretory system, urinary or excretory system, right? All those are included under organ systems. And in like human beings, in humans, there are 11 organ systems in total. 11 organ systems. Okay, 11 organ systems are there. Some say it like 12, but normally there are 11 organ systems. Okay, some of them are the skeletal system is there, the bones and bones, everything that is formed. That is the skeletal system, the skeleton. Okay, the skeletal system. Then the muscular system is there. Then nervous system is there. Then endocrine system is there. Endocrine system will include all those glands, endocrine glands. Okay. Then there is lymph nodes, lymphatic system. Then respiratory system, digestive system, excretory system, reproductive system, and like a few more. Okay, so those are organ systems. So what is organ system? So when many organs will together come and serve the same purpose, serve one single purpose. Like for example, in the digestive system, let's take the digestive system as an example. In the digestive system, there are many organs that will work together. Okay, like the stomach will work in the digestive system, then the intestines will work together, then your esophagus, your mouth, everything will work together, right? To digest some a portion of the what to say a portion of your food will get digested in the mouth also. Means the process of digestion, it starts from the mouth, right? The saliva. So then you will go down from the esophagus is the pipe down the throat and then to the stomach. There are also many what to say actions will take place. Then the bile will act, right? Bile will act. So many like organs they will together form that system, one system that is known as digestive system. Okay, that is the organ system level. And next comes the organism. So organism, all of you know, organism is technically any form like that can carry out its own function. Okay, such as it can perform its own function. If like a fully functioning like organism is for example, take human beings. Human being is an organism, right? Human being is an organism, and human being there are now only I explain in human beings, like just take human as an example. In human beings, there are many organ systems, right? There are many organ systems, like respiratory system is also there in you, endocrine system is also there in you, digestive system is also there. So many organ systems are there in organisms. In organisms, okay, organisms means individuals and living organisms, a group of organisms, or like human beings is an organism. So many organ systems, they will again form together, they will come together, they will form a whole individual, Okay, so there are 5 levels of organization. That is cellular level, that is a cell level, that is the miniature form. Okay, singular, smallest form. Then many cells will together form tissues. Then many tissues, layer by layer, tissues will form many layers and they will form an organ. There are 5 vital organs. Remember the name. Then there is organ system. Many organs will together form an organ system. Examples are respiratory system, endocrine system, all those. Then many organ systems, they will together form, like I have told, like 11 organ systems are there, right? So all those 11 organ systems will together form an organism, right? Bones and everything will be formed by skeletal system. The neurons, now everything will be formed by nervous system. Your digestive activities all will be formed by digestive system, right? Digestion. So all these will together form the organism, that is a whole individual. Okay, this is how an organism is formed. From there are 5 level of organization. You have to remember it. 5 level of organization. That is, one is cellular level, that is the cells. Then tissue level, organ system level, and organism level. It is the basis of every individual. Okay, every living organism in the animal kingdom. Okay, every living organism. Yeah, in the plant kingdom also, but we are not talking about the plant kingdom because since this is zoology, right? In zoology, we are not talking about plants. We have botany for that, so we will just limit our arena into like the animals. That is, in the animal kingdom, every animals, whether it is a snail or whether it is a earthworm, whether it is a leech to us human beings, okay, or it may be a whale, it may be a fish or whatever, okay, all those uh, together form like the organism. Okay, these 5 levels of organization are there. Okay, I hope you understood. If you don't, you can ask doubts. Okay, and you can give your roll numbers. Give your roll numbers. Don't give it repeatedly. Just once. Okay. Next comes the phylums that we are talking about. I was talking about earlier, right? There are 11 phylums. There are all total 11 phylums in the animal kingdom. Okay, these are the names. I know you will find difficulty in learning the names, but there is no other way out. You have to learn these names. Porifera, Coelenterata. Then Coelenterata is also known as Cnidaria. C is silent, okay, Cnidaria. Then there is Ctenophora. C is again silent, Ctenophora. Then there is Platyhelminthes. Then there is Aschhelminthes. Then there is Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. Okay, these are the 11 phylums of animal kingdom. You have to memorize each this name. Also, in order you have to memorize. When you are asked to write the 11 phylums or the phylums of animal kingdom, you cannot like pick Coelenterata, Arthropoda, then Aschelminthus, then Mollusca. You cannot write like that. Okay, you have to write serially. That is a very important thing. You have to write serially, not picking one from here, one from there, one from there, one from there, not like that. Even if you all jumble up and write 11, that will not work. You have to write serially. So memorize serially. Like Porifera, Coelenterata, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, like that, in that order, okay? And there will be characteristics of each phylum. There will be characteristics of each phylum. Like Porifera, there are characteristics of Porifera, then Coelenterata also there are particular characteristics, then Ctenophora also certain characteristics are there. So like that, there are characteristics of each phylums that I will give you in the notes. Okay, this I'll explain one or two for now. uh, what to say? There are sponges. Okay, in the they are marine. There are sponges. Sponges are there. Those are marine. Okay, those come under this porifera. Let me show you diagrams that will maybe help. But you have from this what to say phylum, you have to memorize the names and then two or three characteristics of every phylum. Okay, I'll give the notes. So two or three characteristics of every phylum and examples of every phylum that you have to memorize. Like for example, for porifera, examples are spongilla, then cycon is there. All those are examples of spongilla. Then let's take an easy one. Uh, Mollusca. Okay, mollusca. That phyla I was talking of, snail. So phyla comes under mollusca. Then there is octopus. Octopus also comes under mollusca. Okay, so two or three examples you need to learn, the names you need to learn, and the characteristics of each phylum. There is no other way than to memorize it. Okay. Other last few chapters, I always told that you have to uh, understand the mechanism and then you can write by your own. But for this chapter, you have no other way than to memorize it. Okay, you have to memorize it. Also, you can do one thing like for mollusca. Let's take an example for mollusca because phyla all of you know, snail all of you know, right? So, if you learn the example of mollusca is snail, or if you learn the example of mollusca is octopus, then you can find one characteristic of snail, right? That will be characteristic of mollusca, right? Right. That is one characteristic of snail is that its body is covered with calcareous shell. Its body has a shell. Snail has a shell. So that is also a characteristic of mollusca, right? So like that you can memorize. But you can use some techniques, but then at the end you have to memorize it. Okay. Okay. I'll just show you examples. Can you see this page? Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that I was talking about sponges, right? Sponges, spongilla, cycon. So this is a what to say? This is a diagram for sponges and spongilla. Okay. So these are the characteristics are there. I will give you the characteristics, but there is also there like non-motile. Non-motile means it cannot move. It stays at one place. Okay. Motile means movement is there. Okay, motility means movement. Non-motile means they are not motile means they cannot move from one place to another. So this porifera, the organisms belonging to porifera, they are non-motile. They cannot move. Okay, and they are multicellular. That you know, multicellular. They are not a single cell. And they are multicellular, and they have like outer portion is hard. They have a shell like a snail. They have a shell hard. So like that. Okay, and they are marine. So like that. Those are there. So this is the diagram for spongilla. Then there is Coelenterata, Nigeria, jellyfish. Examples is jellyfish, hydra. All of you have heard of hydra and jellyfish, right? Jellyfish, hydra, all these are included in uh, phylum Coelenterata. Okay, those are aquatic and find out easy ones and then learn. Okay, easy ones and learn. It is not essential that you have to write from what I give. You can also look elsewhere and write it down. Okay, then there is platyhelminthes. Examples are tapeworm. Okay,
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes,
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes.
How many points do we have to remember?
I'll give you like three or four. Try to remember at least two or three. At least
Okay,
two or
ma'am.
three. I will not give you more than three. Only three points I'll give you. So at least try to remember at least three. Okay. And most
Okay, ma'am.
important, you have to memorize the names and examples of each phylum. Examples are most important. Not all the examples, at least two or three examples, and two or three characteristics. Okay. So tapeworm is there. Tapeworm. Okay, liver flukes. Tapeworm. This comes under platyhelminthes. Then there is Ascaris lumbricoides, Ascaris lumbricoides, that that lives inside human beings. Okay, uh, what to say? Those feed under human beings. So that is a worm. Okay, worms. As you have heard, in small child there are lots of worms. So that is this Ascaris lumbricoides. Okay, Ascaris. So um, these are also parasites. And body is cylindrical, all of you know, because this is like a what is it, like a leech, long cylinder form. So okay. And there is annelida. Annelida examples are earthworms. Earthworm is an example. Earthworm example. Leech example. Okay, leech and earthworm, all these are included in annelida. Okay. And then arthropoda are spiders, butterflies, mosquitoes, included in arthropoda. Even mollusca, the one I have told, snails, then octopus is also included in mollusca. Then there is echinodermata. The echinodermata, example starfish, sea urchins, all those. Okay, then hemichordata is there. Hemichordata is actually a little bit different than the other ones. Actually, here examples are not given, but examples are there like Balanoglossus. There is an organism known as Balanoglossus. Okay, that is included under hemichordata, and their body is cylindrical, same way like that of the what to say, the earthworm, same way, but it is a little bit large. You can say not large. It is little bit. The shape is little bit different. You can search the net and see Balanoglossus, so you will get the diagram. Okay, Balanoglossus is there. Then Secoglossus is there. All those are examples of hemichordata. I will give in the notes. So don't worry about that. Then there is chordata. Chordata examples also not given here. I will give in the notes. So examples of chordata, they are one is that okay, Rana tigrina. Rana, that is frog. Okay, Rana tigrina. It is the scientific name of frog. Okay, frog is a chordata. Then there is chameleon. Chameleon, all of you know, the color changing thing, that is under uh, chordata. So all those are included under chordata. Okay. So uh, there one more important thing is there. Means most often it is asked to write the difference between chordates and non-chordates. Okay, chordates and non-chordates. So that I will give you. Okay, in the notes that I'll include. So actually, what happens? The Do you know notochord? Have you heard of notochord?
No, ma'am.
No, no.
No.
Actually, notochord is the what to say skeletal rod, like supporting the human, not human, supporting a body in the embryonic stage. In the embryo, if you see, there is you can for us you can see the backbone, right? We have a backbone, so that kind of thing in the embryonic stage also there is there. Okay, that is known as a notochord. So if the notochord is present, if the notochord is present, those are included in chordata, and if the notochord is not present, those are included in non-chordata. Okay, if the what to say, That is why human beings, they will also be included in chordata. Okay, because they have a backbone, right? Span straight backbone. So that is there. Then for chordata, the heart is situated elsewhere, and for non-chordata, it is situated elsewhere. So like that, 5 differences I'll give you. So this is as I have in the beginning also I have told, there is nothing so much to discuss, but I think okay, if you have any doubts, please ask. Okay, I think it will be 45 minutes soon, and the meeting will end by itself. I'll take your attendance. I'll copy your attendance. Okay, any doubts or
Excuse me, ma'am.
questions? Yeah.
In organ level,
Yes.
you said mammals have 5 vital organs:
Yes.
liver, kidneys, lungs, heart, and brain.
Yes.
Why is stomach not included?
Stomach. No, vital organs means without the those organs, you will not survive a second. But without a stomach, it is not like we will not survive a second. Okay, it is not. For example, without the stomach, they without the stomach, it is not like you will not survive a second. There are people suffering from stomach cancers and still surviving, right? But if there is a problem with the heart, you have to replace the heart, or if there is a problem with the lungs, you have to replace the lung replacement, or lung heart transfer the replacement. Okay, but the stomach is not included in vital organs because it is not as important as the other ones. Like if the heartbeat stops, you will die instantly, right? But for the stomach, it is not. It is an important organ, no doubt. It is an important organ, but it is not so important like the other 5 organs. Okay, that is why it is not included in vital organs. Is it making sense? Stomach is important. Everything is important. Your skin is also important, right? Your hair is also important. But skin is also an organ. Did you know? Skin is also an organ. Skin is also an organ. Your skin, entire skin,
Yes,
that is
ma'am.
also an organ. Yes. Skin is also an organ. Without the skin, just imagine yourself without the skin. But you will not survive. But the thing is that this is not as important as the 5 organs that we talked of. Okay, but the stomach is also important, but it is not included under vital organs because the vital ones, those are the most important. Okay, it will show immediate effect without those vital organs. Okay, I hope everyone has given attendance. Okay, I'll give the notes today. Okay, and it will end automatically like after 3 minutes. So any doubts, you can ask me next class. Okay, this is the like, I think this is the fourth or fifth chapter we have completed till now. So any doubts from all the chapters, just go through once. Okay, all the chapters that we have completed till now, and you can ask me next class. And next class we will learn about the tissues. There are, like I have explained, there are 4 types of tissues, right? So we will be discussing about those tissues. That is a separate chapter. Okay. So thank you.